Yeah, right.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, that sucks. Trying to get to the point where I can see the video. Let's go to Facebook profile. Okay, there we go. Well, that was fun. I don't know if we're back on YouTube
The
yet,
tube
so we'll still have to
review,
check
but
that. But
mm-hmm.
Danny's gonna be pissed because he's driving. Got to set it up. Oh well. Blood
Oh
bomb's
well,
still
he
here. Oh well.
he's got
Okay, we're
he's
back on
got.
YouTube.
Okay, we worked it out. That's cool.
All right.
Okay, so lesson learned. Don't watch YouTube while streaming on YouTube. Apparently,
That's stupid.
it is stupid.
I wonder if it was. I wonder which channel it was. If it was watching Puffers, Penguins, or watching the EPL.
I don't know. That's a good question.
Watching YouTube videos while streaming on YouTube policy. Why
Maybe
comes
it's like I wonder if it was like a specific video you watched. If it was like something official or whatever.
including other
Now I'm
YouTube videos,
curious.
huh? Is detected to contain
Huh.
copyright content, your stream may temporarily interrupted or terminated, and you could face other penalties like strikes. Well, take me down at this point. That's
Yeah.
okay.
Take you down swinging.
Your active live stream gets a copyright strike. Oh well.
Oh.
I mean, we're still on Facebook. If we get
Yeah,
kicked
we're
off
good.
YouTube, oh
Mm-hmm.
well. Yeah. Anyways, man, he's I'm just over it. I'm on to Nashville SC, to the good old American states, and that's where the fandom
Yeah.
lies.
I'm at least glad that you have a club to root for in terms of American pride because if you're looking at the national team, shit is not looking good to say the least.
Hello, fellas. I think you should stream something on YouTube while watching something on YouTube. It's a good idea, Bloodbone. It's a good idea. Yeah, national team looks like a giant pile of garbage too.
Yeah, like I saw the list of all the players that are not going to be playing in not qualifying, but like in is
The
it
Gold
Gold
Cup?
Cup? Yeah, Gold Cup situation. And I'm like so thrown off like what is going on here
Yeah, so
because
Sid, we started the show watching Puffins, and then we watched a bunch of Penguin videos, and then I put on the Manchester United versus Tottenham game so we could talk about it, and then Chip let us know we got copyright strike on YouTube. Which, I mean, respectfully, this is the first time we've ever gotten a copyright infringement on there, so good for us.
in how many years of doing this too? It's impressive that it took this long for us to eventually get flagged somehow.
One way or another. All right, U.S. men's national team coach Pochettino has named 16 MLS players to his 27-man roster. Stefan, I know him. Obviously, Matt Turner, Crystal Palace. Freese, I like that. Dest, I
Dest.
love. Tim Ream. Oh my God, we're still wheeling around Tim Ream.
Miles Robinson, yeah.
That's the kid I have like arms extension knowledge of due to a friend of a friend, but he's a fucking dog, man. Tyler Adams, a goat. Berhalter, that's cool.
Okay.
Wow, I'm very surprised.
Yeah, I mean, looking even at the forwards, like they got Balogun and Haji Wright in, though that's nice. But like, it's a lot of unknowns on this
Yeah.
one.
Yeah, I mean that's probably good for the Gold Cup ahead of the World Cup is to see who else is out there. Like
That's true. I,
don't
I
hate
mean,
it.
I'm curious. I'm curious based on what, like off the top of your head, like who would be guarantees for next year's World Cup roster, right? Like,
Weston McKinney, Christian Pulisic are absolute guarantees
locks.
no matter
Yeah.
what. Yeah. Let's look.
I mean, Matt Turner's probably the starting goalie. For,
Maybe. I mean, it'll depend really what happens because I mean, Reyna obviously a huge name. It's interesting with the goalkeepers because Matt Turner hasn't been playing. I don't think I
yeah,
could
which
be
is
wrong there.
weird. No, yeah, you're right. I don't think he's been playing for Palace this year, so I don't know what's going on there. Yeah, Pepe is probably a big one as well. Yeah.
Anthony Robinson is coming. Oh, definitely Musa.
Oh yeah.
No, that's the
Oh, that's the history. Yeah.
Get out of here. Yeah, I don't know. I kind of like the idea of us trying some new guys out, mainly because, if you go into the Gold Cup with the roster you assume you have at the World Cup, you're not going to learn anything new.
No, but it's also kind of worrying too because ever since like they brought Poch in, like the team has not responded well.
No,
Like they've
looked
lost
shit.
a lot of. They have looked shit. I don't know. I don't know if it's because of Poch having like a specific type of playing method that he wants. I don't know if it's them having a lot of younger guys they're trying to play and get it figured out. But it's not looking good.
Bloodbomb brings up a really good point. Matt Turner's not playing because Dean Henderson was really good. That's a very good point.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, Dean Henderson was great. He was on Man U. We let him go. Onana's our starter. He's not that good. I'm not mad though.
Yeah, but no, but it's a very unfortunate, especially after this past World Cup, that it actually looked like we had some sort of promise coming in that you would think going into the host of this coming series, we'd have like some sort of momentum going into it, and it just seems like everything has just bottomed out completely.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, even like the Berhalter like scandal and all that bullshit kind of like really took the wind out of our sails, unfortunately, which is very unfortunate, and it did really hurt because we had so many young guys with potential coming into this past year, and then you had to have that drama with Pepe and all of that crap that ended up ruining it, and now we're kind of like back to square one with like less than a year actually.
Yeah,
we're less than a year away from World Cup, and we are. Yeah, but at least we don't have the embarrassment of not qualifying again. At least that part's nice. So
yeah, well, we have to qualify this time. Ass. Oh shit! What up, Natty? I'm not even mad about the loss, man. But United failing to qualify for Champions League actually helps the Glazers owners with their term bond issues. They probably were wishing for loss, man. Insert they keep getting away with it meme from Breaking Bad. Congratulations to Chip. Yeah, I don't know, Natty. What I had said previously is I didn't see a single player recently on Manchester United that plays for Manchester United. And I get it. There's a new era. Like, not everyone's going to walk around and be, lifers and love the badge and love the crest, but it just out of it.
But in fairness, like, how many people could you say that for nowadays for any soccer team? There's not many, like, forevers and many, like...
But it's not even forevers. It's about taking on the identity of the club you're at.
What is the identity of the club currently? Because
we don't have one.
Exactly.
But Man U as a team is historic, Bloodbomb says, United let go of Henderson and De Gea, two brilliant goalkeepers, to get a goalkeeper with no hands. We don't have an identity because we keep fucking up. Mm-hmm. It's crazy.
I mean, now, just out of curiosity too, like, how much could you also like really put on the emphasis too of like who is actually your sporting director? Like, who's the guy that is like in charge of recruitment? Who's the one that's actually in charge of like looking at transfers? Like, if that's been also an issue since Ferguson left, because wasn't Ferguson also in charge of like putting rosters together as well?
Ashworth, and he was brought in I think 3 years ago, and it's just.
It's just been meh, right? Like, it hasn't. It's fascinating to see, because again, like I brought up at the beginning of the show, I had no clue Tottenham and Man U were that low on the table.
Yeah,
no idea. I mean, it's jarring to see, obviously, like clubs like Liverpool and Arsenal and Man City and Newcastle like get back up to like top tier relevance again if you won, but it's also kind of damning to see middling clubs like Bournemouth, like Nottingham Forest, like West Ham, like all of these other clubs like come up and surpass them as well, which is kind of like very telling in that sense.
I'd agree. I don't think I can name a single thing on this.
Oh, I got nothing. I got nothing, but
what we will do, I do want to break for a game with you. I finished this morning, but we can put you through the ringer of it.
What is this?
Well, we've done this before. BDGE's game. Oh no, wait. They have a daily trivia game.
Okay.
And we're going to sign out and sign into the Thoughts from the Bench one and put you through it. This is BDG. They do some content on TikTok. I used to love them. I kind of don't care about them anymore, which is sad. They fired Dan Muntz after hiring him and paying $12 million for the Newcastle. It's the Glazers man the under suck. Bada boom, there it is. Bloodball, I'm sure you could answer that. Greg,
Yes.
can you name the rushing leaders for every alphabet letter? It's their last name. And we'll just go through the alphabet. So if you see A, for example, the gentleman's last name will be an A. I got this down to 4, and I will tell you with a straight face, couldn't tell you those last 4 names. They were guys I have never in my life heard of.
Okay.
Ooh, West
right,
Ham and United, Aaron Wan-Bissaka. That's a good point, Bloodbone. Damn you.
Okay. So last name. So I'll start with Sean Alexander.
You sure about that?
Yes.
Okay.
I'll go with Le'Veon. Oh, sorry. Jerome Bettis.
Wow. That would have been a good
Yeah.
little mistake.
Yeah. Jamal Charles.
Yamal.
Okay. I'm gonna hold off on the Bengals. E for the Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott.
It is. Yeah, Bloodbone. This is the only thing.
Really?
We'll be able to do.
Okay.
Well, who else with an E last name would be?
Well, like the E last name part's throwing me off. Like it's not like the. I was thinking Emmitt Smith for some reason, but
Nope,
like I
that's an
remember-
S.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Marshall Falk.
Yeah.
Derrick Henry.
Mm-hmm.
Edgerrin James.
Mm-hmm.
Alvin Kamara.
You can get San Francisco.
I'm like blanking on it right now.
And you
so.
can get the other Saint.
Jamal Lewis.
Yep.
Curtis Martin.
I need a bigger screen for this one. Rugby or football, Blood Bomb will get you. Curtis
Maybe.
Martin?
Yeah, Curtis Martin.
I know, I tried to zoom in for you, Natty, with your old ass. Miss you, buddy.
Blanking on the Panthers.
This is rushing leader.
Oh, Cam Newton.
Yeah, that was going to be. You would have gotten it by the time you got down to the Falcons.
Yeah, okay. Adrian Peterson.
Yep.
Okay. Q. Oof.
Q is if you consider the rushing yards and who the team is, Q is easy.
I consider the rushing yards. I'm gonna hold off on that. R. Emmitt Smith.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, LaDainian Tomlinson.
Yep.
Michael Vick.
Mm-hmm.
Amos Zaraway.
Yes.
Okay.
Well done. Well done. That was the one I needed help with. I've never heard of that gentleman before in my life.
All right, these are the ones I'm gonna. I'm kind of not sure on. Okay.
So here's your clues.
Okay.
The two Chiefs, Seattle and the Giants are the guys I've never heard of. The Oh no. So there are 2 quarterbacks and 2 running backs in the remaining 4, not counting the 2 Chiefs, the Seattle and the Giants. This is from 1990 on.
Okay. For Y, I'm gonna guess Steve Young.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. 1 quarterback left, and San Francisco longevity would be your clue there.
Oh God, Frank Gore.
Yep. There you go.
I can't believe I blanked on that one. Jeez.
So you have these 2 left. Browns and Ravens are the only 2 I would say that you should know. Speaking of rugby, did you guys see online convo going around about 100 Americans versus 100 Brits? I just said there's 340-pound linemen in every town in the United States. Yeah, I think there's something to be said about the sport of rugby and how it's insane and awesome and different. But respectfully, Blood Bomb, if rugby was our main sport, we would take over the world, and it's not close.
If any sport was our main sport, we would dominate.
Yeah, we're just too big.
We are.
And we're too sexy.
We have too many amazing athletes that
yeah.
divide
Too many bald
our
eagles.
focus. Mm-hmm.
I don't think there's a sport we'd lose at. Maybe cricket. Browns and Ravens, Greg. Those are the last 2.
The R is like throwing me off because I feel like I should know it, and I'm like...
Elevator.
No, I'm blanking.
I think he went to Rutgers. Packed a punch.
Oh God, Ray Rice.
There you go.
He's seriously the most.
For R, yeah.
Oh my God.
And who is? He's on the long list of quarterbacks the Browns have lost faith in. Oh wait, there's still the Bengals up here too.
Quarterbacks they've lost faith in.
Like, who's on the back of that jersey that shows all Cleveland Browns quarterbacks that starts with a Q?
No way, Brady Quinn.
Yeah,
you're shitting me.
I mean, it's only 180 yards.
Okay, that's
look at
fair.
that.
Wow,
this
okay.
guy. I had to get help with it from the lead, but it's a guy you've definitely heard of.
Last name D, and he's like known to be a Bengal.
Yeah,
or...
yeah.
Okay. Oh, Corey Dillon.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
And that is all of the guys you are going to get.
Okay.
And I'm not even saying like this isn't even from like a you can't do it perspective. If you've heard of any of these guys, let me know. Okay, well, Mark Ingram. Sorry, I should have given you a chance there. Wow. I didn't see that was left. So Mark Ingram, you would have got Christian Okoye, Jeremy Urban, Ricky Waiters, and O'Shawn Zimenez. This name sparked something inside of me, and that's it. That's all I have.
Christian Okoye was like number 35 or something. He was like a big dude.
Bloodbomb said clearly it's Quinn.
Yeah, like Okoye was kind of like an early Mike Allstott, I guess. He wasn't like, I don't think he had like a dasher partner or anything like that, but Okoye was a big motherfucker.
Yeah.
Running back, yeah. No idea about the other KC guy.
No.
Ricky Waters. The giant. Ricky Waters, I've heard the name, but like I don't remember seeing him play. He had to have been like an early '90s running back, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
O'Shawn Zimenez, I swear, was like a defensive end. I didn't think he was a running back or something. So that threw me off so bad.
O'Shawn Zimenez signed a 1-year, $11 million contract with the New England Patriots. When? Why is he coming up now? It does say outside linebacker.
See? So I was slightly right. He was a defensive player.
I just love that it's 0, so it feels like they just picked a guy.
They had to have just picked like a random X, but that's weird that there wasn't like any other like like Xavier or something like that, because that's an obvious X last name. But okay, that feels random. I don't appreciate that.
Chip says Ricky Waters was a beast.
Chip would know. Seattle.
I mean, he ran for damn near 10,000. He played for 49ers. He played for Seattle. He'd been around, but yeah, I was dumbfounded that there was a guy out there that ran for over 10,000 yards that I had never heard of.
You know what? I'm with
Sure, there's
you.
more.
I'm absolutely with you because like in terms of like the elite running backs and something like that, I would never his name would not come up in that sense. So I'm with you.
Let's do some draftal. We haven't done games in a while. We're playing some
Oh,
games
this
tonight.
is fun.
He
Which,
was a
by the
big
way,
MFer. He effed his teammates' mothers. Greg.
Huh?
Well, he's
Who?
asking you because you said he was a big MFer.
Christian Okoye, possibly. I believe
Maybe.
so. It's very possible.
Maybe.
Big dude.
All right, Greg, you get first guess. Back and forth on Draftal. This Blood Bombs, this is all guys who've been drafted in the NFL, which is really our kind of bread and butter. So
Are we doing offense and defense or just?
this one would just be. I guess I can click and see. I think this is just offense.
Okay.
Yeah, I would say this
We'll
is
start-
just offense.
We'll start with the usual. We'll start with the usual guy. I feel like we always end up with is Aaron Rodgers, just because.
Not available. He was drafted too early for this.
Ooh.
Now,
okay.
there is the one where you just guess the player, but this one is draft specific. So that's why.
Okay.
Chip is president of the United States, Blood Bomb.
Drafted too early, so
But he was,
Okay.
Rodgers was 07,
yeah. So like,
05,
so
or
how?
so.
Well, that's what
Just
I'm
pick
getting,
someone
so
more,
we're-
pick somebody from this century.
Okay. All right. I'll go AJ Brown, just because he's there.
Okay. The only thing you got was that it is probably in the 3rd or 4th round.
Okay.
So way higher. So a 3rd or 4th round. Let's go 3rd or 4th round, much later in life. See, Javonte Williams isn't even on here. When was this done? Let's do Alberto. He's there too. Okay. Are there defensive guys here? No. Okay. So it's just the position there. So it's an NFC 4th round pick.
Okay.
I should have guessed that for AFC, NFC.
Yeah. Really. NFC 4th round guy.
And don't stress too much on 4th round. If you're just like
Yeah, I'm just trying to knock
think
out
through
some
later
like,
round, yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to like knock out. Let's do Dak Prescott.
I like that. Okay, so it is not a quarterback. It's got to be a running back. Not Mississippi or Mississippi State or Missouri. We've only guessed in the M's, and it's between 118 and 135.
Okay.
I love that you explain to me like I know nothing about it. Can you explain it to me like I'm a 5-year-old? I try. It's tough, man.
Well,
how about just an
for
ambassador to England so I can watch soccer? Go ahead.
I was gonna say for all we know, Blood Bomb could be 5.
Small, Greg. Have you ever considered working for ESPN until your guys' own thing takes off? It'd probably help the brand out too. Yeah, Greg.
We
Go
thought
work for
about it.
ESPN.
I could. I'll go move up to Bristol, Connecticut, and get a
Nah,
job right
Natty,
there.
there's in a very realistic manner, no taking off. This is for fun these days, brother. If we took off, I'm not sure we'd be able to hold on. So Greg
No,
and I
we
just
would
do
not.
this to do it, and we love
Yep.
every second of it. Except
We
when
do it. We
Greg-
do it for fun to keep us sane and make our friendship strong. Still,
Oh, I like
I
that
mean, I
too.
think that's why we do it.
4th, so it's a 2021 or higher running back in the 4th round from the NFC West, North, or South. No. It could be the Saints. I can't remember the kid's name, but it could be the Saints. It could. wait.
Keandre Miller.
Okay. 2024,
Oh, Bucky Irving.
4th round
Okay.
running back, NFC, North or West, and it was pick 126 or 127. And
God,
I
so
was
this was
thinking of
last
Miller,
year.
so thank you.
So this is last year. Okay.
Greg, if I was 5 years old, my hairline, that would be bad. Chip, we should take a boys trip over to Blackpool. We need to get you a passport. I need to get my passport redone.
I need to get my
UELRM blocked your video because it may contain content they own. Okay, we're getting closer. What the fuck is UELIM?
Was Jordan Mason a rookie last year?
I'm trying to figure out why we're banned, Greg. Hold on. Your video was made unavailable by the rights owner. Okay. Copyright content can be found at the 11th minute. Okay, so it was definitely the soccer video. Damn,
Okay.
I was hoping it was the Puffins. All right, what's up?
I was too. That would have been cool. That would have been cool. That would have been really cool. I was going to say, was Jordan Mason a rookie last year? Or no?
I want to say yes. You can't convince me he was a fourth rounder, the same draft as Bucky.
Okay.
But maybe he was. I liked Bucky coming out, and it surprised me he was fourth. But let's go through it. So we have NFC North and NFC West. NFC West, you're looking at, what round was Trey Benson taken?
He was a day 3 guy, I think.
So Trey Benson's an option. Jordan Mason's potentially an option. Not Charbonnet, so no. And not
Isaac Guerrero, maybe?
Garendo, yeah.
Garendo, yeah.
Yeah, Garendo's an option. And no, Kyrene would have been in his second year then. So Garendo and Trey Benson are both options.
Okay. Wait. Was Blake Corum 4th round?
Maybe. That's 3. I feel
Okay.
better about Garendo and Blake Corum than I do Jordan Mason, just for the record.
Okay, that's fine.
Europa League YouTube account. Yep. Those
That's
bastards. Oh, well. Who you going?
Whatever. They're the Intercontinental Championship of European football. Who cares? I say Corum because I know for a fact he was drafted in 2024. And I know he
Okay.
was a day 3 guy. Okay. I forgot he was a 3rd round guy. Shit. Okay, so NFC West, running back 2024, 4th round.
Isaac
And it was
Garendo.
Isaac Garendo.
Yep.
Okay.
All right, let's do daily first roundel. So this is only guys taken in the first round of the NFL draft, just to try to pick somebody that has a pretty definite place. I can't take Hollywood Brown. Marquise, there it is. Okay. Whew.
Yep. Okay.
All right. The only thing we got was he was drafted in the
Only thing
first
is
round.
1.
Hell yeah. Lower than
All right.
2019. And he's an NFC running back, tight end, quarterback. Oh, and defense. Defense is in this too. So every position is in this. That means it is a defender, and it is an
Okay.
NFC defender from earlier than 2017.
Okay.
Whew.
I believe Aaron Donald was in 2017, if I remember correctly. So let's try him.
Aaron Donald, you said?
Yeah, let's do Aaron Donald.
Okay. So 14 or 15. Lower than 2014 NFC West DL. When was Sue?
Ooh.
I feel like he was higher than 14, but I like the
He
guess.
was. Sue was like 2011, 2012.
No, I'm sorry.
think.
Pick higher than 13th pick.
Oh, Sue was like number 2 overall.
That's what I thought. I'm gonna
Yeah,
do it just to. Okay, so it is NFC North,
Okay.
and it's lower than 2010. Holy fuck, I might not know.
NFC North lower than 2010.
So it's
defensive player.
Vikings, it's Bears, it's Packers, defensive player, first round pick that is around 14 or 15
Ooh. Okay.
from earlier than 2008.
Like pick 14, 15. Okay.
I don't know what that means.
So it's not defensive line. Could be linebacker.
Would yeah, true. I shouldn't have guessed defensive line too. I didn't even realize that, so that's on me.
Yeah. Let's do
Chip's trying to ask Bloodhome about Wrexham because Chip really likes Wrexham, and Bloodhome says, "Fuck Wrexham, the Disney Plus shit cheating club. Got handball against us at a race ground." Bloodbomb, he loves Wrexham, so stop being a big meanie jerk face.
Yeah, rude.
I'll send Denny over to Blackpool to shake your hand firmly. All right, not D-line, probably linebacker, secondary. What do you got, Greg? Yeah,
Let's
that was a
try
rookie mistake.
let's try Urlacher. I think he was. Yeah, let's try Urlacher.
Okay, it is a linebacker,
Okay.
higher than 2,000, from the Vikings or from the Packers.
A linebacker from the Vikings or Packers.
I guess I'm gonna.
Clay Matthews. Okay.
Okay, wow.
So it's Viking.
I really thought that was
linebacker.
it. A Viking linebacker drafted between 2000, I guess 7 and 20 or 2002, who was around 14, 15. Damn, I really thought it was gonna be Clay. Viking linebacker. This might be someone I've never heard of.
Let's try Anthony Barr. Barr. I don't know if he was a first rounder.
I don't think he was that. Yeah, he was 2014. That's a good guess, though.
Okay. He was a first rounder, linebacker, Minnesota. Okay.
We knew all that. I didn't realize
Ugh.
Anthony Barr was even that. I just
So,
don't,
like-
I don't know the 2000s. man.
So yeah, so it's lower than 2014, so lower than 2010, so it's like so it's like the early 2000s. Fuck. Okay.
I mean, I'm
Ugh.
not gonna know.
Yeah, I'm not gonna know this one. Oh damn.
I'm conceding.
I'm trying. Let me try to think one, just a real quick one.
I'm looking at the list of Vikings first-round draft picks. Oh, I've never heard of this guy in my life, ever. I don't think you have either.
Fuck, I'm tapping. Damn it.
Chad Greenway.
Oh, the name rings a bell, but fuck, he was like, he wasn't really much. Damn it. Okay.
Denny, he's only 2'9". My little niece is more than him. Oh, blood bomb. You silly bastard. How do I see? Okay, let's see. We can just do the normal Weddle, which is offensive players.
All right, cool.
You're up first this time.
For us players, let's do Derrick Henry.
I like that start.
Start off strong.
Beanie boy. Okay, so the only thing we have is the height.
So he's a
The
receiver.
height.
He's an NFC receiver, at least.
Yep, he's younger than 31.
Okay.
Numbers higher than 22, so definitely receiver. An NFC receiver who's 6'2". I mean, let's go. I don't know how tall he is.
Maybe like CeeDee Lamb.
No, because it's my guess, so fuck you.
All right.
It's not a bad guess. I think you said dumbest fan a few days ago, you fanny. I did. I love you, Blood Bomb, but you're a dumbest fan. But there's competition. I'm gonna go with. I'm gonna go with your last guess. Okay.
Brown? Okay.
All right. So hey, Lamb might have been the right one.
Well, okay. So NFC East wide receiver.
Oh, keep in mind the number. It's a high number. So 88 might be.
Age is 27, so he's what, 26, 28 then?
So if it's lower in yellow, it means 26 or 25.
Okay.
It's hard to
Your
hate
boys carry-
Wrexham or Sunderland after what they showed us in the dock, but it's understandable for someone from the UK to have resentment. Football is tribal over there. It's hard to compare it to sports here. Have you met Denny and most Americans? Yeah.
Yeah. What about your boy Scary Terry?
I do not. I wrote scary.
I like that
I
you
don't
wrote scary.
think he's that tall. Yeah, but it's a good guess
Ah,
for there. So we're at
okay.
Giants, who respectfully, it's not Malik. There's a couple guys that it could be there, but I think I will go your guess. But there's oh my god, he's not 6'2". Hey, you should have guessed him, man. Should have guessed him, man. I got it. You didn't.
Motherfucker, you would have had it at 2.
You could have had it at 3.
I
You
know,
guess
but still.
Scary Terry. All right, Weddle Hard. You went first last time. This is all positions. I'll go Stingley. Okay. It's AFC. It's defense, and he's either 6 foot or 5'11".
Ooh,
I agree, Chip.
6 foot or 5'11". Okay. So wait, he's not a DB, so he's a linebacker or defensive end that's 6 foot or 5'11". That is interesting. Okay.
Or safety. I don't know if DB and safety are the same thing.
That's a good question.
I should have a. Is there a guide or something? No.
That's a really good question. So wait, yeah. So based on hard mode, like yellow represents defensive.
Oh, special
player.
teams is a part of it too, but it would not be yellow.
God.
So yeah, yellow means it is a defensive player in the AFC who is 6 foot or 5'11". He is older and his number is lower than 24.
Like number as in like the playing number or number that he was drafted?
The playing number. No, this has
playing
nothing
number.
to do with draft. Yeah.
Got it. Okay. Lower. I'm like overthinking some of this shit probably. Whatever. Let's go Sauce. Yeah, I know it's gonna be DB, but I'm just trying to like.
It's okay. AFC East. He's
Okay, so
25 or 26. So not Giants. So Dolphins, Bills, Pats. Linebacker, 26, 27-ish.
It's an ugly one.
I want to see. Okay. I wanted to see if safety and DB had the same thing. So, 6 foot, 25 or 26, AFC East, Dolphins or Patriots, defensive player.
I like that we like guessed DBs and all of them.
I know. Well, in
Yeah.
the defense, you were just narrowing, and I tried a safety.
I was.
So
yeah.
I'm not mad at that. It's definitely an
yeah.
idiotic move on our part, but I'm not mad at it. Blackpool doing a TV show next year instead of All or Nothing. It's going to be called Nothing or Nothing.
Okay, I know he's a Patriot. I know he's a linebacker.
Natty says, I mean, Blackpool's Jersey Shore 2.0. Blood Bomb said, we have more drug users. Thank you very much. I forget how the fuck you found us, Blood Bomb, but I love you.
Yeah, I know. Let me go Henry 2020.
Houston.
I thought he was a Patriot. Fuck. At least he's a linebacker. Okay.
Yeah, no, I don't hate that guess at all. So a Patriot or a Miami linebacker. I feel like it's going to be Miami, and I can't think of a single fucking guy there.
Is Bradley Chubb considered a linebacker?
He's not, but that's as good a guess as. Oh, Jesus Christ, he is. Okay.
Oh, okay.
It's a Miami linebacker who is. So that means he's 26. He's 6 foot. And his number's lower than 24, but higher than 3.
I do not know Miami's linebacker.
No, I hate.
I don't know Miami's linebackers. This is bad.
I'm cheating because I'm tired of this.
Yeah, I know. I'm stuck.
Oh, well, okay. Well, now I feel like an asshole. because I do know Chop Robinson. But he's not a linebacker, but he is.
Yeah.
There's KJ Britt, Jordan Brooks. Let's try Jordan Brooks. What the fuck? That's a fuck.
So what's KJ Britt?
I don't know. There's a bunch of dudes here. Let's try. There's no way that's Britt. Yeah, this is crazy.
So wait, so he's 26 then?
Yeah, we already knew that.
So he's a 26-year-old Miami linebacker who's 6 foot.
Yeah, we have everything. Let's try.
Between 2 and 20 is his playing number. What the fuck? I'm so lost.
Yeah,
Was it Tyrell Dodson? Jesus Christ.
That's terrible.
Jesus Christ.
All right, let's do. We can do Heisman.
Let's do Heisman.
I just sat through a year of Tottenham. I can watch anything. Shut up, Chip. I searched up Greg and that annoying C word, he did blank it out, with a hero dad and angel mom. So he looked you up.
Good to know. Thank you.
You're up first, Greg.
Archie Griffin. The only 2-time Heisman winner.
Way higher. It is AFC.
Okay.
Oh, shit. It's lower than 97
Okay.
by amount.
Played for the
but
Raiders.
we can only guess. Dude, Jesus criminy.
Played for the Raiders. God. Okay. I'm trying to remember if he. Oh, Marcus Allen.
Yep. Nice.
Boom. I'll take it.
Yeah, that one felt like it had to be. Did we do this already? All right, draftal first roundal again. You're up first. No, am I up first? Who just went? Did you go? Yeah, you went. I'm
Yeah, I
up.
won.
Draftal first rounder. Let's go with my boy.
Cleveland Farrell.
Small Greg has social media. Greg does have an Instagram, Natty. He doesn't
do.
post ever, but he has an Instagram now that he does, and that's pretty much it. Oh, I did. Do you want to see something funny?
Sure. Always.
I think you'll find it funny.
All right.
All right, I'm going to share my entire screen, so excuse the metaverse.
The
I
metaverse
found
was sick.
that if you Google our friend Ryan Votash's name, you get a
Yeah.
picture of college Greg. And it is in a blog about our walk-up songs. Because there's
Oh
my picture.
God. Yep.
And there's Austin and me when I was in the musical. Yep, Blood Bomb. Eat your
I
eyes
was gonna
out.
say who wrote this?
Ben Fury. That is
Oh my
Greg in
God.
college.
Yeah, that's me in college.
And I honestly, do you know, Greg, to the point where Votash sent me that because he said it's problematic that shows up when you Google my name. And I said,
Why is that problematic?
because it was that his 21st?
That was his 21st. Yeah.
I said to him, and I don't want you to take this the wrong way, I said, that is Greg, right? Like I said, that
Yeah.
is Greg, right?
Yeah, that's me.
What a happy guy.
Very happy guy.
So
yes,
fucking
I'm
awesome.
I'm watching my friend become a degenerate right before my eyes, and it was
Natty.
It was a great night. It was a great night.
Yeah, this was a good blog. We should just go back and read some blogs. It was walk-up songs. Smalls, Pete, G-Mac, Trey. This was TFTB at its finest.
Yeah, I like the positions that he picked too. I like Elsas as a catcher, and its finest.
Well, we'll get to that draftal. I don't even. Did you even ever write a blog, Greg?
When you had me do it for fantasy football, I think, but nothing too
First ever
like
blog.
Here we go.
Yeah, and then I started writing about fuck James Harrison, which I stand by. I don't these days. I love him. Here, baseball suggestions that should happen. This was from 2018.
Wow.
Did I list them out? I didn't even list them out. Why they make a 50-plus-year-old manager wear the same uniform as the players. I'm sure some managers like it in hell. Joe Madden looks like your 7th grade science teacher on Halloween, but in theory it just doesn't make sense unless we do this in every sport. Please let that toad Bill Belichick waddle onto the field Sunday sporting some shoulder pads and a Riddle helmet. Nothing would bring me more joy than seeing Greg Popovich sporting a swingman jersey against the Rockets. Probably the most fun of all these scenarios would have been the Pens coach, Mike Sullivan, cautiously stepping behind the bench with a pair of skates on and a stick that has dry erase marker from the end of it and draw the plays in the third period. I get it. Baseball is just baseball and history will always stand true, but some unity would ease the pain of Clint Hurdle not only ruining the Pirates, but doing it while testing the limits of the average crotch stitch.
Jesus Christ, man! You
Dude,
were on one when you wrote this.
I used to be so good at this shit. That's one of the best paragraphs I've ever written. It has to be. Another aspect of America's pastime, I just don't get why. You can use a composite material bat all the way up till you get to professional. The farm system in baseball is understandably the equivalent to the NCAA in almost every other sport, making the NCAA baseball season nothing more than a few prospects who get their education, understandably, and guys looking to take their 2015 NCAA championship ring to the monthly sales meeting.
Oh my God. Just throwing shade under that. Jesus
This is
Christ,
fucking
man.
good shit. I'm not knocking the college baseball programs, but there's no reason for those guys to be using anything other than a wooden bat. Personally, I want to see Giancarlo Stanton step up in the pinstripes next year wielding a composite weapon of mass destruction and smash one so hard out of Yankee Stadium we question everything we know.
Hear me out. Hear me out. In fairness, you could argue that is what the torpedo bat was at the beginning of the year, was a weapon of mass destruction.
There really isn't one of the exact crossover of any other sport because all other sports don't depend on a tool that can be easily changed with material. I guess the closest thing to come up with is the NFL banned those Gorilla Glue receivers gloves, but the NCAA was still allowing them. Yeah, the gloves there are basically cheating, but man, did it make Odell Beckham Jr. a popular man.
Yeah.
These are fucking, I mean, damn, I forgot about these. The greatest argument against baseball is the lack of care for anyone's time. I don't really notice innings 3 through 6 during a baseball game unless there's a massive homer, a pitcher is still in a perfect game, or there's a fight. The game is just slow and unentertaining at certain parts in the average fan. Don't worry, world. I have solutions to speed up the game. 1, unless the pitch has to do with the batter being walked out or being out or walked, the ump should be final. Get back to the dugout, Francona. It was the first pitch of a guy's at-bat, and he doesn't even care that much. Just don't argue. Now, if a guy gets out, I love some old-fashioned first kicking, but that would also be limited to a 20-second display of cockfighting and a subtle FU while the manager heads back to the dugout. Another easy way, which there's a typo. Shout out Josh. Another easy way to kill a solid 30 seconds is get the bullpen a segue. There's no reason why we should have to wait for a guy who's going to throw 3 pitches slowly jog from the farthest point away to the home plate while Wild Thing from the Trogs plays in the background long enough for me to Google who the guy actually is, only to find out we've only had him for 7 seasons. Speed that shit up.
Oh my God.
That's a fucking great blog.
That was a rant and a half if I've ever read one. God damn, dude.
I mean, that's a damn blog. Musical Don't Work Geek, your dad always knew you was gay. Nathaniel Gregg, how the heck are you not selling some shady weight loss plan and making bank?
Because I did it very unhealthily, Natty, that's why. Now I'm actually back to normal health, so I'm good as am.
Fair.
That's all I'll say.
Josh wrote these ones. Wow. Oh, let's look at this. A 2018 mock draft,
Jesus
Greg.
Christ.
A 2018 mock
man.
draft.
This is going to be fun.
So the craziest thing about these mock drafts and looking back at them is like the hindsight power and how I'm like, well, that was bad. This one's going to be tough. So this was the Darnold year. This was the Baker, Allen, Denzel Ward, Rosen one, This was
Barkley.
this is arguably this is Lamar.
Yes, it is. This is Lamar. Oh, this is a good first one then. Very curious to see how you had Lamar going on this.
Oh man, we used tiny font. We never quite perfected the picks. Oh, so this was the combined. So this is me, you, and Dre.
Okay.
Excuse me while I put in my Dynasty chat. I'm reading this on air because I want Dre to know. Currently, reading through
Oh God, this was
mine, Greg,
before
and
the
Dre's 2018. What?
I was gonna say this is before the trade happened because I remember the Colts had the 3 pick and they traded down with the Jets. God, I forgot about this.
So, I mean, Greg, what the fuck was that?
He was the best player in this class. What do you want from me?
So Dre and I agree that it was always Sam Darnold. I had Rosen going to the Giants.
Yeah,
Dre,
what the fuck, man?
I mean, we'll get to some of your picks. I loved Rosen. Now, this is V1. I guarantee by V, I don't know, we probably did 3 rounds that I have Rosen as the last, but maybe not. We had Colts, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, shit. God, I loved Minka. The Browns here, no one had them taking a quarterback, which is interesting. Compared just because you hadn't, which is fine. Broncos, man, they would have loved Josh Allen. Jets, wow, this is fun to look back on.
Yep. We were right. I was right on Quentin Nelson being a lead pick. I'll take that.
Well, I mean, we both.
Yeah.
Come on.
I love that. I love that
Tampa Bay.
Dre had Cortland Sutton as a top 10 pick.
He loved Cortland Sutton. It made me so mad.
He did.
He's fine. He's not Calvin Ridley, but he's fine. There's Lamar for Dre to the Cards. Lamar for me went to the Bills, who ended up trading up. And you did not have Lamar in the first round.
I did not have Lamar, no.
You had Darius Geist, though. Wow.
This was before the incident, I think.
Wow. And you had Rojo in the first.
I did have Rojo in the first, yeah.
Terrible.
What do you mean terrible? Rojo was like a
terrible.
second-round pick. He was a second-round pick.
Yeah, and he was terrible.
He was terrible, but at least he was picked.
Mike Hughes, terrible. Isaiah Wynn, terrible. Isaiah Oliver, not good, but I like that you have him there. Josh Jackson, terrible. Billy Price was one of the worst picks ever.
Marcus Davenport went so much higher
Oh my
than we
God.
expected.
Yeah, Arden Key's still in the league. Sam Hubba. Sony Michel.
Wow.
Man, we didn't know shit.
No, we did not.
That's a fun one. That is a fun one. We sucked.
We did, but we were learning. That's the key.
It's fair. Whatever keeps us happy. Greg, whatever you
Yes.
did, let a brother know, man. Sitting behind a desk all day and eating like crap. I'm almost double the size I was in college. While you tell Natty how to lose weight, I'm going to go to the bathroom real quick. So give
Natty, I
some
don't want
tips.
you.
It's
Natty, do not,
roast
do
dishes
not,
at Stinkies.
Natty, do not take my advice on how to lose weight, brother. It is not safe in any way. I did it a very unhealthy way to the point that it was not good for me. So what I will say is one of the best ways to do it is honestly, it's the simple calorie in, calorie out method. If you work out and you are at a calorie deficit most of the time, that's probably the easiest way to lose weight. If you drink pop or anything like that, replace it with water. That's another easy way to do it. If you drink coffee, try to drink black coffee or cold brew because that's 0 calories and that'll keep you energized throughout. For food-wise, focus on very high protein type base. That's what I do now, and it keeps me fuller longer, and I'm not craving stuff like late into the evening, so that helps. I work out 5 days a week, so that just keeps me maintained now to the point that I actually, Natty, not gonna lie, I got down to 122 pounds at one point, which was way, way, way too low for me. And I just got back up to a couple of things. So that's my advice.
Oh, that hurt. So I tried to catch it and landed on my foot.
I was gonna say I was wondering what that like ruffled sound was. Good to know it was your foot.
Just don't eat anything fatty. I had 2 slices of cake today at work. They were little slices, but they were still.
That's all that matters, as long as you enjoyed it. What up, Bane? Ugh. Man, how excited is he in a month he's going to be able to have a yard to run around and frolic and do all the dog things he wasn't able to do beforehand in the apartment? He's going to have a roommate, too, to hang out with most of the time now, too, which is going to be nice.
Can you not hear me? Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now, yeah.
Okay, it started blinking. Yeah, dogs in my building either want to have sex with him or eat him. Dude, dogs lick his butthole clean. I don't understand it. I'm sorry, Mom, if you're watching. Was just out there, and one dog tried to hump him, and the other dog tried to kill him. And I was like, all right. I just picked him up and took him out. I have no idea.
It's like some Mad Max shit right there. That's interesting.
Tex-Mex. All right. Let's see what else we got here. Is there a team that could beat LeBron joining the Golden State Warriors? Thoughts on that one?
Ooh.
Oh, wait. Oh. Way too early predictions for the 2018-2019 football season.
Okay.
If you want to rank the quarterbacks coming out in the draft, it would be some variation of Darnold, Rosen, Allen, Baker, and Mason Rudolph.
Oh, boy.
Fuck. Honestly speaking, none of them will be on your fantasy radar for next season. Even Jackson, who I call out specifically because he should have been. Darnold and Rosen will find themselves in a rebuilding franchise with a few pieces of their current spot. Allen will fall to a team that is ready for a playoff push now, but the little we know about Wyoming student doesn't make me ambitious for fantasy. Wrong. Mayfield will most likely go to a team that's a quarterback in place, but is looking for a future such as the Bengals, the Chargers, or Ravens. Wrong. But the Ravens took Lamar, so I'm not hitting there. Making him sit and wait his turn, which he did. Shout out to Tyrod Taylor. Mm-hmm. All right, let's go into it. Alex Smith. Smith will most likely play his last season at Kansas City unless he can squeak out a Super Bowl victory for Andy Reid. The former 49er has been deemed a new age game manager, and even with an elite season, much of his statistics can be awarded to Tyreek Hill. Smith somehow says to the Chiefs, expect Mahomes to make the jump to starter.
Okay. You were good on that one.
Jared Goff. Goff was sensational this season. It was probably the greatest turnaround story the NFL has seen. McVay, this was their Super Bowl year, has made the Rams a legit Super Bowl contender, and the team's core isn't much different from what Jeff Fisher was working with. Goff has regression, though. It's inevitable. I'm not suggesting that Goff will complete unusable bust in 2018. Largely overdrafted, and you assume the NFL teams combat the explosive. Case Keenum, wow. Who the fuck was he playing for this year? Was this Broncos?
This was the Vikings year, I think.
Yeah.
When he, exploded.
Wow. This one for me goes without saying. If a pattern forms where one variable is the outlier on a 6-year scale, it's safe to say the outlier is less likely to happen than the median. What does that mean? The season won't repeat itself for the former Ram. Keenum is having a record season, has been not just managing games, but winning them. Coming out of Houston, Keenum has the most productive passer in college football history, threw for 17K. That's worth a look. My real reason for adding to this list is that he will be overdrafted by the guy in your league who thinks there's an inside information type of pick. Let Keenum get drafted by someone else. Sometimes I know what I'm doing.
Sometimes being the key word here.
No wonder you got massive tits. Yeah, Blood Bomb, you're jealous. I know. It's okay, buddy. Love you, man. Have a good night. Right, boys. I'm going to bed.
Night.
See you, Blood Bomb.
Dude, it's like 6 hours. Isn't it like 5-6 hours ahead of time there? So it's like 1 a.m. there. Shit.
Yeah. Yeah. Chris Thompson. Wow. Don't plan a roster around the guy, but if he's around in the later rounds, take him.
I'm not going to hate on that one. He had some moments in Washington. But
he had a lot of pass-catching chops. Mm-hmm. All-world talent who will most likely find a nice role in NOLA and have no problem being a stud. But it's impossible to assume he'll have the same production now that teams are aware of his talent. Coming out of Tennessee, wow. I called a regression for Kamara. I won't say that was wrong, but if the regression happened, it was by a yard.
Right, because he was still an all-purpose back for them when he was playing. So.
Yep.
Carlos Hyde, wow. I haven't heard that name in a long time.
This was a guy to avoid, too. which, I mean, he got hurt that year. Yeah, these are all your, like, avoid guys.
Okay.
Wide receivers, Devontae Adams.
Wow. Okay.
Well, what did he do in 2018? Don't wow me.
Dude was like the guy for Rodgers, man. I don't know.
Yeah, but what did he do in 2018? He will become a red
assuming
zone
he was
threat
still-
more than a go-to receiver. Let's see.
I imagine he was probably still becoming a go-to receiver in 2018. Just a guess.
Maybe. 2017. So this, oh no, it would be 18 because this is the 18-19 season, which is 19, right? So in
Yes.
18, he had 15 games, 111 receptions on 169 targets, 1,300 yards, and 13 touchdowns. 2019, fuck you, Greg. 12 games played, 83 receptions, under 1,000 yards, 5 touchdowns,
Must
2
have been hurt.
fumbles.
Okay.
Yeah, Dez.
You owe me on that
wow, holy shit, Dez Bryant. And Thielen, who never, ever went away. All right, these
Yeah.
are the guys I said were going to be good. Carson Wentz.
Not looking good so far, buddy. Wait, this might be, was this Wentz's MVP season?
Let's see. This would be, what did we say? This was the 20. So 2018, he had 3,000 yards, 21 touchdowns, 7 interceptions. 2019, 4,000 yards, 27 touchdowns. Fuck you.
Yeah, so that was his MVP
Yeah.
year before he got. Yeah, okay.
Not looking so good now, buddy.
Fine, fine.
Deshaun Watson. Oh, Jesus Christ. This is pre-allegation.
Very, very pre-allegation. And pre-allegation, he was elite. Let's be clear on that.
And Jimmy Garoppolo.
Oh man.
That
This
was
is
his
before
first year at the Niners.
Yes, you're right. It was.
Yeah. So I'm not. I mean, let's be real. He was not a world burner, but he was very
No.
good.
But
at them.
he was a guy that you at least saw talent in.
Yeah. All right, running backs. Oh boy, I loved Marlon Mack.
I know. You and Josh both love Marlon Mack, actually.
He loved him because of the school. I liked him because of the situation.
Yep.
But he just a lot of injuries. Mixon, yeah, Henry obviously. He's so good, man. Cup, Juju, Kenny Galladay. Now this. Okay, so this was not the New York year. Woo! That would have been damning. That would have been bad.
Yeah. This is when he was like receiver number 1.
Yes, when he was actually
for
good
the
at football.
Detroit Lions. Yeah.
All right, you tell me if there's one you want me to click on, Gregory.
Ooh.
Oh, I forgot. The 8 a.m. lecture series was an interesting era where I just woke up and said, what do I want to write about today?
Nothing wrong with that.
Wow, 10 footballers right now not named Ronaldo, Messi, or Neymar.
Okay. That could be interesting to look and see if you were correct on anyone.
So this was in 2018. This is the 10 footballers not named these three who at the
I
time.
imagine Luka Modric is probably 1 or 2 on this list.
Yeah, let's rank it through the lens of hindsight and be like, okay, is this correct? I feel confident. Honorable mention, Zlatan. I mean, a great one.
Yeah.
Aguero,
Okay.
Pogba. Both at Man U. Man, so hot.
Pogba should have been more.
And Kylian and Bop. Wait, are these
As an
all?
honorable
Okay, yeah.
mention. Wow.
Now he was still super young, so this
fair.
was when was that World Cup? I guess this was the year of that World Cup. So this is when he really kind of made himself a name. Griezmann's so good wasn't there, and Thiago has always been a consistent killer. And Bale and Higuain. Yeah, I'm cool with
And
all
Bale. Yeah.
that. Number 10,
Okay.
Thomas Mueller. I feel good about that. He was 28
Yeah,
at the
that's fair.
time. I mean, man,
Yeah.
he was so good in the World Cups.
Steady presence. Okay. Nothing wrong with that one.
Tony Cruz.
Okay.
I mean, one of the best center mids in the world at the time. Real Madrid's main guy. Cruz got the best diags on the planet, Paul used to say. Thank you, Greg. I appreciate that. I work on banking and pretty much do 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. It's unhealthy as fuck. Pays well, but I'm probably quitting soon. Can't keep this shit up. I'm getting sick. Literally just waiting for my boss to send me models to review before I can wrap up the day. I'll definitely take your pointers.
Yeah. It's not. It's just basic stuff, man. You know, just getting into a habit helps as well. Like, I'm a creature of habit, so it's like forced
agreed.
me to like do that, honestly.
Yeah. I try to take the stairs more than the elevator. Shout out to Greg.
That helps.
Just try to make simple decisions, and I try to justify my losses. So, for example, I went to the gym and ran a mile and did lifting this morning because I knew I'd be drinking beer for the show. So justify your losses. Number 8, Greg. I honestly have no recollection of this blog. De Gea,
He was your boy.
the greatest
Fairness.
goalkeeper on the planet. At that time, he was, man. Mm-hmm. He was so good. He's number 3 for me in Man U goalies, behind Schmeichel and Van der Sar.
Okay.
Like
okay.
I think De Gea was unbelievable.
He had a long run at Man
Yes.
U as well. I
Successful
think.
and long, yeah. Neuer was injured. Okay, cool. Neuer was injured during this time. Neuer is one of the greatest goalies ever. De Gea at that time was better. Number 7, I do wish Blood Bomb was here to see this. Dybala. I called my shot with him, man. I was so I mean he was never bad, but he kind of was just flashes, and then went to Roma and was fine. Oh, that fuck.
Suarez. Oh my God.
I hate him so much.
Listen, man. I got into soccer during with the Liverpool combo of Daniel Sturridge and Luis Suarez.
Yep.
So
Yep.
there's something there with it.
Robert Lewandowski hit. So sick. Lucas 4, Greg.
Wow.
So okay, here's the question.
That surprised me.
Based off this list, who do you think the top 3 are? Because I don't know, and we can guess together. I think David Alaba's in there.
Okay.
That would be a guess of mine.
I can't imagine you'd have De Bruyne already on this one, would you?
I maybe, but this is 2018,
Okay.
so maybe not. I could see some version of like a Ramos here
Okay.
because
Okay.
they were great. I really,
Yeah.
I would say with a pretty straight face that I've always been in love with David Alaba. I would assume he's one of these 3. Is there a guy you think is one of these 3?
That have like kind of made themselves known to the world.
Well, just
like,
guys in 2018 who were amazing.
not off the top of my head.
No, me
I
neither,
mean, like,
man.
I think you were big on Raheem Sterling around this time, but not that high. Not that high.
No,
though, so.
That's a really. He would have probably fell in the honorable mention if he was in this.
Yeah.
I agree, but I
Yeah.
used to like him a ton.
Um,
Trying to think of other. I haven't mentioned Gutse or Royce.
no, you have not. That's true.
Now I don't know if either of them are in this, but I liked them a ton. Di Maria.
You wouldn't have put Americans on here, obviously. So
I don't think
Yeah,
so.
but-
All right. Well, let's at least look at 3.
Yep.
Yep, there he is. Okay,
De Bruyne. Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
So you got that's a great pick. Yeah, I think
Yep.
it was a combination of how good he was and how good I assumed he was going to be. Like 52 big chances in 95, 247 accurate long balls, 27%. He had the numbers to back up anything.
Yeah, that's incredible.
Okay, yeah, we should have guessed
Mo
that.
Salah,
The Egyptian
really?
Messi.
I would have not expected you would have had Salah this high, only because like
This was their year.
It was, but it was also around the time that like Salah kind of like he was a cast off for a bit and then just kind of like exploded onto the scene. I would have thought
this was the explosion year.
it was the explosion year, but I would have thought for sure you would have been on like a one-hit wonder type thing with him.
Do you know who this could be?
Who?
This could be Jamie Vardy. I don't think it is.
This is like a year after the Leicester year.
Natty says, I never forgave Suarez for what he did to Ghana. Dude, if this is Jamie Vardy, we're having a party. Ready? 3, 2, 1.
1.
Wow.
Harry Kane.
I'm surprised David Alaba's not even an HM. I stand by this. Kane is one of the best pure strikers England's ever had.
He was only 24 when you wrote this. That's crazy.
Yeah.
He's young as fuck. I thought he was
Super
like
young,
mid 30s or something. So he'd be like, he's like right on the cusp of his ending his prime now.
Do you remember Andre Ingram?
Oh wow.
He was the guy that was in the G League for the Lakers for like 12 years.
I remember that. I remember that story.
That's crazy.
That's
All right.
crazy.
You tell me when you want me to stop on one. Oh shit. Never mind.
That's just
fuck you.
Yeah.
Here we
God
go.
damn it.
So this was our
And it's
second
a-
one.
And it's a side by side
Okay.
too.
Well, yeah, but this looks good because this is getting us closer to who we think is right, except for the fact that I still loved Rosen.
Yeah, and you.
But I have
we
Allen
the
high.
Jets. Yeah, we have the Jets at 3, so this is after the trade.
Yeah. Browns. They should have taken Josh Allen. I
should've.
still love Sam Darnold there. Giants, don't hate it. Wow, you jumped far off the Saquon. And not in a bad way, but like far off the Saquon bandwagon, huh? Because this is
Well, I
the
think it
Chubb
was 'cause I
draft,
was-
right?
It was the Chubb draft. Yeah, he went to the Broncos. Yeah, he went to the Broncos.
Yes, he did. I'm so sorry, Nick
Yep.
Chubb. Nick
Was it
Chubb's in
Chubb?
this
I
draft
don't know,
class.
actually. Okay.
I think. I don't know. We'll see. Quentin Nelson here. Quentin Nelson for the Colts for you two. Great pick. I just thought Chubb was going to fall. Tampa. Yep, all defensive backs. I love that. Bears. Edmonds. They have them now. All of these. Okay, this is feeling closer to like a real mock draft. It is funny too, like the amount of not even work or effort we put into mock drafts now, the amount of knowledge we have about players now, we could get into the 7th round and know guys. I feel like back here, Greg, we didn't know shit. Like we really
we did
didn't know anything past the first round.
No, I think we focused way too much on team needs and like who was the best player versus
So
like actually
much.
versus like now the
Positions.
research the research we do now is kind of insane. It's like when I brought up to you that like when we did the live mock and stuff, how me and Austin were like going strong into the 5th round and stuff like that. And it's
Yes,
like we could have
yes.
kept going. We could have kept going and had no problems with it whatsoever. So
Yeah.
now it's like the amount of just research and the amount of like year-round stuff you do. And honestly, I'm probably now going to listen to more stuff like
Yep.
during college football year now that I think
All
about
year.
it. So so like there's a very good chance I'm going to know a ton of more guys than I probably expected.
A London Super Bowl. I wrote that blog in 2018.
Wow.
Sorry, Natty. I hope this is fun for you, but we're just reminiscing. Oh, this was the blog that popped off.
Yeah, I remember that.
Probably
I remember
still the
calling-
most. Go ahead.
Yeah. I remember calling you right after I found out. Yeah. I wanted to
Yeah.
make sure you were okay.
September 8th. That was a good blog. It was by far our most viewed piece of content ever, and not out of just understanding what it is. The world. Wow, I fucking cooked you guys in that shit.
Do
you remember that?
Yeah, you did. Yeah, we did. We did a draft where it was like we had to pick one team from per group. So we were allowed to pick like 8 teams, but they had to be from one from each different group.
Hey, I mean, hot take. Josh took Panama.
Josh did take
am I
Panama.
bad? Am I a bad boyfriend?
I let Kat see this.
Yeah, not good. I don't even know if Josh knows he took Panama.
Dude,
Yeah, dude, this. I
dude,
mean, this was the France Croatia final. This I cooked in this shit.
you did. France, Croatia cooked in this. Like Germany got knocked out in like
Yeah.
the early round too. Like they. Played,
Yeah,
they
you
were
got kind
horrible.
of crushed because Iceland was this Egypt. Like you had a very respectable lineup, and Josh did too. Here's what I'll say about Josh's lineup. Argentina's a great first pick, and then he started going into the B group, for example. he got Portugal because Spain was also in it, and I think something happened there that was a crazy one. Mexico's always kind of the dark horse, and they were in a group with Sweden and Germany, but Germany didn't even make it out. Like, Josh's team actually did fairly well for only having 3 points. Like, the 3 points wasn't a fair representation of how Josh did.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember how we even scored that, too. Like
It was getting out of the group and, like, moving on and advancing and stuff like that. Oh, God. I don't even want to look at that one.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
Mad.
I found a reason to like stickball.
That was when CC Sabathia. What did he do? He got ejected.
Dude, seeing a video of CC then and now is
So funny.
crazy. He is a stick. Like, legit stick.
Well, we used to have stickball with Greg. That's funny. Hit him. Threw behind the head of Yankees catcher Romine. This pitch caused CC hit a player in the hand. The pitch was unintentional. CC hit sucker, walked off the field and looked at the Rays bench and uttered the words, "I'm not going to type him." Let's just watch it. If we get back, we get back.
And he hits him.
Yeah, he pegged.
Now CC just lost himself $500,000.
And it's 11-0.
As he's thrown out of the game. That was the perfect guy to throw out. Sucre, the catcher, after they threw at Romine. And that's why CC's teammates love him, David.
CC's
CC
so
don't
cool.
play.
I think he says, "Suck my."
You may not see characters often in baseball, but when you do, they're pretty great.
Oh, they're so good. He defended Antonio Brown. Moorhead's rankings. God, I miss.
I like
blogging.
it's an actual screenshot of his ranking. That
Yep.
makes it even better. Okay.
We used to have some good shit, man.
We did.
Ugh.
I can't believe we had like that big of a. We had that many pages of stuff on here too. The nitty gritty, my God.
Oh yeah, when Ben started with Beyond the Arc. That's a great name too. Vo replies. D Fish getting punched in the face by Matt Barnes for fucking the chick.
Oh, I forgot about
Yep,
that story. Wow.
Dude, this is such a good vlog. Oh, I remember I photoshopped that on his jersey and I felt so sick.
Aww.
Oh, this was my favorite image I ever put in a blog. Will Greer with his hands up looking at the NFL.
You did think Will Greer was going to actually be pretty damn good in the NFL,
He was
honestly.
dude,
And
Will Greer was everything I thought Baker was going to be.
that's a fair point, actually. Like, he has, like, the stuff that
Love
you
you, Natty.
expected.
Man, yeah. Ooh.
Ooh, what in the...
Did I actually list out anything? Okay, so that's the only issue I have with my writing is I should have listed more. Like I just have it in block form. Oh well, prediction of 2018. Another one of these articles of 2018. I think it's safe to say not every quarterback who wins 2018 season will be started in 2019. Some teams are set for now, like the Seahawks, the Packers, another team with top tier quarterback. There are a few quarterbacks going to be a shot. Jacoby Brissett. Ever
Your
since
boy.
being drafted by the Patriots, there's always been kind of a kid special. Another guy I like is Nick fucking Mullins.
Your other boy. Yep.
Ass.
You are consistent with your guys. I will give you that, Deke. You very much are.
I just wish they were good. Tyrod.
Tyrod, you were also high on. I remember that.
He never got a shot.
What are you talking? Technically, he did. It just
When?
punctured the wrong part of his body.
He goes from the Ravens to the Bills. So the Ravens drafted Lamar. The Bills drafted Allen. The Browns... Oh, no, the Ravens didn't have Lamar. They had Flacco. And they couldn't pay Tyrod to stay. He goes to Buffalo. gets one kind of season to start, leaves, they draft to Allen the next year. He goes to Cleveland. Baker's drafted. He plays half the year. Baker comes and saves him. He goes to the Chargers. They draft Herbert. He gets stabbed in the kidney. Herbert starts. He goes to the Texans. The Texans draft Deshaun Watson. He gets hurt. Deshaun Watson goes in. He's good luck Chuck for quarterbacks.
He's like the city. He's like the city omen for the next great thing to happen. I love that.
Natty, serious question though. Why'd you guys slow down? If it's okay, if I can ask, if it's all right to ask. I thought you had momentum. Natty, what genuinely killed thoughts from the bench was me moving to Nashville. Not in a bad way or anything. It just took the foot off the gas. We still made a ton at that time, but it was probably a combination of me not being consistently there to quality control and like going on with my life, but at the same time, me not being able to give the reins to the guys to do it. Like I was very in those era, I was very controlling over the content. Not in a bad way. I have a, you know, I mean, call it what you want. I can be a dickhead, but I know what's funny and I know what works and I know what makes a good show, and I can see when a show's going too long and things like that. And I very much fine-tuned everything we were doing other than The Vault. The Vault was the only show I didn't give notes to. The killer of it was guys moved on with their lives. I moved to Nashville, got a job down here I really liked, spent a lot of time doing it, couldn't blog as much. Greg buys a house and is, you know, you're always here and can show up, but at the same time, you deserve to have people with you. Vo starts a family. Josh moves to Wyoming and starts his job with the Wyoming athletic program. Ben Fury gets a couple jobs coaching soccer. Smalls is an engineer now. He's working with buildings. You really get into an era of guys doing what they want to do in life with their degrees, with their loved ones, traveling, things like that we as thoughts from the bench, like, if I had a regret for it, I would have looked for an income source to keep the guys paid sooner. We made decent money off Twitch, which was pretty much all from Denny, but we just threw that into mics and threw it into soundboards and internet and shit like that. It just we never built a model because we had so much fun with it. I never built enough of a sales model, which would have made it not fun, and we probably wouldn't have lasted as long as we did. So a lot of that, Nettie, it's not, you know, and it's not, we're not failures for doing that. A lot of our guys, like Votesh even, we've talked about OBS and doing freelance, and like Ben's ability to be a high school coach and like talk about helping his kids do this shit, and Josh's, you know, media experience, and me getting a job in social media that is largely because of how successful I was able to do the socials for this. It's just like, you learn. It doesn't make us a failure in any way, shape, or form. You just choose other things, and you look back, and you're like, fuck yeah, in 2016, I guess, 2018, we just looked. 2017 when we made the decision to start, and 2018 when we did start. I don't know, you look back and you're like, oh, fuck, that was super fun, and I remember, like, going to the studio and doing all that shit. But at the same time, none of us were going to sacrifice what we wanted to do in life for that, in a good way. So I don't know, Greg, obviously we've talked a trillion times, but please give Natty kind of your 2 cents, because you were there from the start. You were the first person, me, you, and Josh, to kind of talk through this concept that I had. And it has pretty much gotten to a point of not dead, we're still going, but not what we had dreamed, but it led to trillions of other things.
Yeah, no, you kind of hit the nail on the head right there. It's that you had the idea for the overarching thing of Thoughts from the Bench, and then Two Beers Deep was a part of it, and then obviously more people wanted to get involved and more people wanted to have their own ideas and stuff. But I would also say it's that not a lot of people kind of have the same drive, and I would say, trying to think, that probably don't have the same stability or also the same want to be able to kind of put out a consistent product like you do, and kind of like are also on it. So, and especially it kind of hurts when it's your entity that you wanted to do this as well. So I think it was that. Income probably did play a part in it as well, but also like there wasn't an expectation right away for it.
None of the guys were asking. You weren't asking for
No.
money. Ben wasn't. Nobody was asking. I
No.
definitely, Natty, took it on my shoulders to be like, we got to do something, and so we would host stuff. To Greg's point, but like, nobody left because they weren't making money. They're just like, hey, I'm working more hours or whatever. Like,
Right.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, but just to say, like, it always weirded me out that everyone was cool with working for nothing just to be a part of it. Which
Yeah,
is
and
the
I
best
think
part.
it was the best part, but it's also kind of the worst part in that sense because I think the other thing too is that all the people that wanted to do this and be a part of it looked at it more as a hobby instead of
really good
something
point.
that they wanted to like build and make a sustainable thing. Whereas that was definitely something that I know you wanted to do, and I knew that was definitely something that Josh wanted to do. So I think there was like that ideological difference from that probably wasn't able to get that dedication that we probably could have pushed more towards. And I mean I don't want to say that you going to Nashville killed it necessarily because like you got an unbelievable opportunity that you should have taken, and it's not that big a deal, and you're much happier with it. Your life is way better, just for the record on that. So no, it's not anything about all that. It's just life happens, and it's always good or bad, however you look at it. And I'd say it's good.
Keaton says I wanted $1.
And Josh wanted his coffee.
Natty, if there's one thing I can say about it all, about everything that we've ever been through or ever done, it's that I look forward to having kids who I can pass on all of these learnings to, because we were one or two correct decisions away from it being a job, but I don't have any regrets ever about it not being my job, because at the same time there were days when this was not fun. There were days where I was not having a Baja Blast, if you will, and for me to really like do like all these blogs we're looking at, like all of these. I wrote all of these except for Austin was a huge blogger for us. I loved Austin writing this stuff. It was amazing when he dig into it. But like him and I really kept the blog. Like Josh is a part of it, and Ben blogged, and I had quotas for everyone and all that shit. But like when it became a job is when I really fucking hated it. And once I started to realize there were parts of this I didn't like, which is probably why the sales didn't do well, because I didn't like that shit. And everybody that came in and told me I had a product to sell and they could sell it was they missed the point. It was this, that of what they could sell. They didn't understand what I was building was a group of guys who would die for this thing that was just fun, and we can go to a bar and host a cornhole tournament or go to a home run, like do that shit. It was just fucking fun, man. Also, go Dayton Dutch Lions FC. Keaton's working for the Dayton Dutch Lions FC right now, Greg.
Nice. Good for you, Katie. Shout out to you for that.
Thank you, Natty. It makes sense. I guess you really wanted you guys to blow up. Love you guys. It all comes from love. It's understandable. Life happens. I love the accountability. Love you guys. Yeah, Natty, we obviously did too, and we had a couple really big moments. We met, like, our guys met Barstool guys, and Barstool found out what Thoughts on the Bench is. I got picked up on a bunch of other blogs. We got to be sponsored by Twisted Tea, by Coors. Legit sponsorships, like actual sponsorships that we were able to buy equipment off of. From my end, and Josh obviously was a huge part of all this shit, and it's just fun for what it is.
Yeah.
Greg, I'm gonna go to the bathroom one more time, and then we are going to finish out the day on some Draftle games and just have a good time. Love you, Keaton, Natty, Greg. Woo!
Deke's in a good mood, and just to kind of reiterate something right there, if anyone actually remembers the last live show all three of us kind of did together, which was Deke's going away show, I wouldn't call that necessarily the true end of Thoughts on the Bench, but it was probably the one that like was the next phase in our lives kind of going there as well, because it was, you know, everything that we kind of put into Thoughts from the Bench, we decided to just do like one big blowout there. Like it was, everyone wanted to contribute. We had Josh literally put that whole thing together for us, for Deke specifically. We had Vo running the boards and all that. We had an audience. We had just a blast and all that. And that's probably like the one thing that was like the main end of this, but for me and Deke, it's more of like, hey, it's a Thursday night that we just get together and hang out and talk, and whatever comes to our mind, we just bullshit on. And there's gonna be times where we're not here because life happens, but that's just essentially it at that point. I love the fact, by the way, that you have a blog post for Manchester United and identity crisis after you just talked about Manchester
Hey,
United
uh-uh.
having a problem from 6 years
Yeah,
ago.
let's click on that motherfucker. Because that's not from me. That's from Pete.
Oh, okay. Never mind then.
Sir Alex Ferguson. Yep. Bean. Enough. Yeah,
Whoa,
so
I didn't know
everything he
Bean
said,
could
that
bark.
sucks. He shouldn't bark, but he does. It's terrible.
Hmm.
All right, let's do one more draft roll and call it good. Well, we got 9 minutes. We'll do it until we get there. I don't even know. There's too many here. I don't like it.
Yeah.
Draftle hard. I thought we did. Okay,
Okay.
Draftle hard. This is any player. You're up
Ugh.
first. This is gonna be rough.
Okay. Let's start with the basic one. Let's do Troy Aikman.
Too far away.
Not on this? Okay.
Way too far.
Oh, too far back.
Stop picking
Okay,
old people.
Michael Vick.
Stop picking old people. Pick somebody in the
Uh,
league now.
Jared Goff.
NFC offensive player.
Okay.
Not drafted in round 1.
Higher than 2016. So does that mean 2017, 2018?
That would be 2019 and on.
Okay.
17 and 18 it'd be yellow.
Okay.
So offensive player late, like 3rd, 4th round, 19 on from the NFC North, South, East. Let's do. Okay, 5th round NFC North offensive player. I didn't know he was 2017. Wow.
5th round NFC North offensive player. So quarterback, tight end. All right, no. Quarterback, running back is not off.
Yep, tight end, wide
okay.
receiver. I wonder our O line.
Or off
Yeah,
is offensive
O-line.
lineman?
Yes, it
O line's
is.
in it? Okay. Okay, let's do so I know one because he was a
Yeah.
Pitt player and he's an offensive lineman for the Vikings. Let's do Brian O'Neill. Brian? Yeah, Brian O'Neill.
Nope. O line though.
But off O-line NFC North. Okay. So it's a bear or lion offensive lineman.
I don't like this. Drafted somewhat recently. It's not because he was a 1st round, but all right. All right, so it's 22 or 23, 5th round offensive lineman for the Bears.
Jesus Christ. Oh God, I'm trying to think who's even like on.
No. No. I was thinking James Daniels. Natty says, well, I love the hoodies I bought. I still have shirts and hoodies from that time. I just fit into them again. Natty, Josh and I always said if we end up with a garbage bag full of T-shirts, we had a fucking hell of a time. Appreciate you, buddy.
Yeah, it won't be him, but let's at least get a couple off the board. Give me Darnell Wright.
Definitely not.
So 2022.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it just comes down to who was on their line. Let's just fuck it. Oh, James Daniels not on here? Is he not on a team right now? He might not be on a team right now. I got no fucking clue, dude.
Yeah, Bears offensive lineman from 2022.
5th round. They just redid their line.
They did. That's what sucks.
This is ass.
So it would have to be like, wonder what their offensive line was last year.
Well, I'm just going. I'm picking. This is ass. I hate this.
Mm-hmm.
NFL team. Bears.
The Bears.
Fucking Tyson Anderson with a C. Who the fuck? Oh, wait, what? Oh, I hate this game. It says right here. Oh, I'm an asshole. It is Braxton Jones.
Aw.
No
he's
idea.
actually, and I think he's still playing for them.
No, he's ass.
Fuck.
No idea. Fuck that guy.
That one hurts.
Okay, we did that. Draftle. Oh, let's do Draftle Hall of Fame. Actually, we're
Okay.
doing Draftle normal. It's unlimited, which means it just.
Okay.
Oh no, we already did it, huh? But why? Draftle normal, unlimited. I didn't play this today. Okay, here we go. Draftle hard, unlimited, offense and defense.
Okay.
You're up first.
We'll start with
Last
Aaron
one.
Rodgers.
Plus, I loved contributing to the beer fund. LOL. Felt like I was there with you guys, hanging out with the boys. What a time! Thanks for this today. Needed to get away from the bullshit. Natty, you donated and bought some beer for us, and it kept the show going. We love you and appreciate you. It was the weirdest thing in the world to realize people would gift us money to do what we were doing. The best thing we ever did was the Movember streams, which I do want to pick back up this November and figure out how to do something. So. Greg's headphones died. All right. Did you give me a name? Did you give me a name? So, Natty, he does this fun thing where his shit just stops working because his headphones died. And then he just stares at the screen as if he's Oppenheimer dissecting a bomb. Okay.
Sorry, I had to.
You're okay.
Yeah, my battery died. So.
It's all good, man. Pick a name.
Yeah.
Last one.
Aaron Rodgers.
So we talked about this.
Sorry. Okay.
He's not on a team, is how I'll word it. You gotta pick
okay.
guys on teams.
Okay, sorry. Let's do Alex Smith.
So, Greg, Alex Smith is
Oh my
also
God, okay,
not
I'm sorry,
currently
sorry.
on a team.
I'm sorry.
Okay. Do you get? You
Yes,
what
I get it.
okay,
I get
all
it. I get
cool,
it.
cool,
I'm
cool, cool, cool.
Okay.
Idiot. Johnny-itis! You hear that echo now, Natty? That's because his headphones died.
Yeah, my fault. Josh Allen.
Which one?
The first one, Josh
Okay.
Allen.
I just have to ask. AFC East offensive player drafted way more recently. Higher round. I thought that was it.
Okay,
I
so
felt fucking good about that one.
So
Fourth or fifth round.
fourth or fifth round, 2024.
Oh, I know it.
Fourth or fifth round from 2024.
If you
and
don't
it's a
get it, I got it.
It's a Patriot or a Dolphin. Oh God. I'll do this just to knock it off. Like I think Michael Onwenu.
You gotta help me.
Yeah. So start with Michael. M-I-C-H-A-L, and then just like scroll down. I think it's O. Oh fuck! No, there. Okay, never
What
mind.
team? This is.
He is a
pretend-
Patriot. He was a Patriot offensive lineman.
Oh well,
might-
I don't think. Okay, they are there. I don't know.
Okay,
That's a good.
never mind then. Okay, AFC East. Let's do Fuck, who's the Tennessee running back that
Nope.
like?
I'm not telling you.
God
'Cause
damn
that's
it!
my guess.
God damn it!
It was him.
Why is the name escape? Was it really?
Yeah, Jalen Wright.
Motherfucker!
That was literally the name. I was like, no, I got it. I know who it is. All right, let's do one more.
Motherfucker!
That's funny as hell. Let's do Pro Bowl. Draftle Pro Bowl, normal meaning just offensive players. I'll go first. Let's go with Baker.
So this is just like picking who's been in a Pro Bowl?
Yep,
Or...
who's been in one Pro Bowl.
Okay. Drafted in 2018, so AFC offensive player.
Or third round.
AFC offensive player. Drafted in 2018. Let's go. I think Tyreek Hill was in 2018. I think.
I do not think. Okay. It
2016.
is a wide receiver, though.
Okay.
So AFC South or AFC East. Wide receiver 2018, round 2 or 3. AFC South. I don't think it was. LaVisca was later, and it wasn't D.D. Westbrook. But it might still be D.D. Westbrook, but it wasn't D.D. Westbrook because Oklahoma. Colts, no. Titans, no.
Could it be the Alec Pierce draft?
No. Alec Pierce was way later.
Okay.
You can guess them on your turn, though, if you want to see.
Sure.
AFC East. Ugh. These are all really gross.
Yeah, there had to have been some really bad Patriot receivers that were taken.
Yeah, I don't think. Oh, they got to make a Pro Bowl. I was thinking Tyquan Thornton, but no. They have to have made a Pro Bowl.
Wonder if would Jacoby Myers have ever made a Pro Bowl?
He probably would have. AFC South Pro Bowl wide receiver 2018. Damn, I thought Michael Pittman made a Pro Bowl. Nobody on Houston.
I mean, D-Hop, maybe.
I think he was first round, though. It is AFC South. He was 2013. Yeah, he was, yeah.
Okay.
Not bad, though.
Yeah.
So it's AFC South.
AFC South wide receiver from 2018. Who's he thinking of? Let me try AJ Brown.
Oh, that was really good.
Second round at least.
So a second round 2018 Colts
Or Jags.
Jags. Second round for the Colts or Jags in 2018. Do you have any idea?
I mean, like your Chenault or D.D. Westbrook one would be good.
Westbrook went to Oklahoma. And I thought Chenault was first. And I don't remember him
I don't
making
think
a...
Chenault was first.
But he did make a Pro Bowl. Yeah.
No, he didn't. Okay.
And
God.
Dede did make a Pro Bowl. What about I don't know when he was.
Oh, wow. Wow.
So yeah, he was way too early.
So a Jaguars receiver picked in the second round at pick 61.
That's crazy.
That is incredible. Holy crap. God, I'm trying to think who was even on the
Dude, I know, 'cause
Jaguars at
even
the
like
time.
guys I'm thinking of, Christian Kirk, Gabe Davis, none of them drafted.
No. No, not Chris Conley. He wasn't a second round pick. Oh, this is ugly.
Jacksonville Jaguars, second round pick, 2018.
I'm thinking like wouldn't have been Alan Hearns.
I mean, it could be. I have no idea.
I'm trying to think of.
I don't think it is, but think of that Blake Bortles teams.
That's what I'm thinking of. Yeah. Because their entire team was essentially Fournette as the running back, and that was it.
When was he drafted? So Fournette was 2017. So this was the year after. So whoever this is beat us in the fucking playoffs. Right?
Yeah, so he was just a blocking receiver the entire time, technically. And was probably a Pro Bowler, now that I think about it.
All I can think of is like Julian Thomas. Yeah, it has to be a Pro Bowler.
Well, Julius Thomas was a tight end.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that's the only name I can
I
think
know.
of.
Oh, God. It's going to be something stupid, probably. It's going to drive me nuts. I mean, I'll go Chris Conley. I don't think...
Nope.
No? Fuck. Okay.
Not a bad guess, though.
Yeah.
DD's not
God,
there.
I can't think of who. I can't think of who's on that team though. I mean, is Alan Hearns listed? Just out of curiosity.
No.
No. Fuck.
Because that would have been my guess, too. Holy shit.
What?
It's just a tough one.
Oh, I thought it popped in your head for a sec. Damn it. Yeah. This.
No, but I am going to become real quick. Hold on, because what I can do. So I'm going to go down to, because it's a second rounder, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, give me one. Trusting. Okay. So this is the year DJ Moore, Calvin Ridley, Cortland Sutton. Those are the first 3 wide receivers off the board.
Okay.
Dante Pettis was 4th.
Wow, that's a
Dude, this is an ass class.
yikes.
All right, I'm looking at it. Okay, next was Christian Kirk, and then Anthony Miller, and then we took James Washington.
God. Okay.
God, I thought he was going to be good.
I did too.
Oh, okay. This is a name.
It's a name.
It's a name. It's a name of a guy who, man, yeah. It is a Jacksonville Jaguars wide receiver who has been on other teams, but for a year, he was a really fucking good receiver.
Fuck. That doesn't help.
Yeah, he played, so he went to LSU.
Went to LSU.
Went to LSU.
Wouldn't have been Landry, would it?
No.
Okay.
He played for the Chargers, the Panthers, and the Lions after his stint with Jacksonville.
Oh, God. Chargers, Panthers, and Lions.
Yeah. Now that I'm seeing all this, I'm like, no fucking shit, of course.
Chargers, Panthers, and Lions. God.
He wore 7 at LSU. He played for Ogeron.
Oh, God. I'm still blanking on this. I don't know.
He played for Detroit right after.
Like right after the Jaguars.
Yeah. He went Jaguars, then Detroit, then Carolina, then Chargers. His best year was his second year. He got 1,000 yards.
Fuck. I don't know. Who is it? DJ Chark. Oh my God.
Dude, right? I would have never in a trillion years got that, but when I see it, I'm like,
wow.
fuck, it's DJ Chark. All right. Another wonderful show. Greg Natty, Blood Bomb, Chipper, Denny, Sid, everyone that came by. We love you guys and thank you very much. And next week I will be at a wedding.
Where
we're off.
Nice. Where are you gonna be at?
Texas.
Oh, okay.
Cat's family. We fly in Thursday night, hang out Friday, wedding Saturday, fly back Sunday, I believe.
Nice. Okay. Okay. That'll be fun. What part of Texas, man?
No fucking clue. No clue. I just accept the rides.
Hey, that's all that matters, man. You
That's
have
all we can do.
have a lovely time, man. That's gonna
Will do.
be a blast, I bet.
I hope so. I love Texas. You ever been?
Never been. Never even I think I flew through once, like in Houston or something, but I've never actually
Do you have a second?
Yeah. What's
All
up?
right, we can actually do this. Nobody's watching, so we can go through this. My bachelor party.
Oh God. Okay.
Well. I'm trying to think. I'm gonna crack another beer. I'm trying to think logistically because I told you what I want to do.
Yes, you have.
My goal is to just host a weekend that all the boys can come to. I'm just drinking games. Everyone flies in Thursday, meet and greet night. Friday all day, Saturday all day we play. Sunday's the finale, so people can fly out Sunday night if they want. But I need to find a plot of land.
I was gonna say, how many people are you trying? Because this is a big, your bachelor party is gonna be a big fucking deal for the amount of people that you're trying to get for this thing.
I don't think it's that many.
Deke.
It's invite only.
That's what I mean. I can't.
Yep.
I'd be stunned based on the amount of people you would want to invite for your bachelor party. There's
Don't
a
be
lot of people that that I bet you would want there.
Weekend.
Okay.
We're flexible.
How far? Yeah. How far are you trying to plan this?
I mean, let's just do that.
Okay.
Boom.
16 plus. Yeah.
I mean, might as well.
Might as well. Yeah.
No, I don't even want it to be Pittsburgh. I just want it to be in Pittsburgh. But is this? Holy shit. So that's cool. I kind of want it to be like a compound. I want a rentable compound.
Okay.
Which this appears to fucking be. Oh, that's a fun room.
Okay.
That's not bad.
It's an interesting idea you wanting to do for what you want to do for your bachelor party. I do like this. Don't get me wrong.
It's the only idea. It's the idea.
It is the idea.
Oh shit! You weren't even looking at my fucking screen.
What do you mean? I have the.
No. It kicked to another tab, and I was looking at something.
Okay.
That's a compound. I just need I honestly, it might be better just to look in the middle of the fucking state.
Not bad idea. I don't even know
like this. Just a big fucking cabin.
Okay.
With
That'd
a
be cool.
sauna and a hot tub.
No one around.
But look at that yard. Look at that yard. That's perfect.
Pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Yeah. Yeah.
Now I don't know if they'd be behind what I want to do. Damn, this is fucking beautiful. Yeah, that's it right there.
Okay.
That's all we need. It's just that and a bunch of tables. 32 acres.
That's true. That's a lot of land, mother. God damn. Okay.
Dude, this is. I mean, fucking look at that.
That's a.
It's a kids area.
I'm imagining someone passing out in that thing already.
Well, and the goal, just to be clear, the goal isn't just to get ripped and shit-faced. The goal is to win. But this is, this is what I'm looking at.
Yes, I like this a lot.
Because even over all here and in the but the thing is here, the other thing is, you can put tents.
You want this set up like a battlefield or something?
Well, no, tents in the sense of there's not enough beds.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
There just isn't. But this place is damn fucking close.
I think that's an early favorite. I will say. Where's that?
Create
at?
new wish list. That's in Markleton.
Markleton? Never heard of it.
So it's down past Greensburg a ways.
Okay.
But it says, did it say how many it sleeps? I don't think it does. I mean, if I don't see a number, sleeps 20.
It sleeps 20.
It's not bad.
God damn. See, that's what I mean. I know damn well you are gonna want way more than 20.
Well, I
people
want it
for
to be
your-
a good competition.
That's true. And also, like, just to point this out as well, you
Wow.
are going to need enough time to be able to at least like have everyone up, or at least like come up to prep before everyone like
Oh
gets
my
there.
god.
Whoa.
See,
Okay.
to me, this is so much better than dragging everyone to a city and going to bars and like I don't know. Maybe it's because I'm old now. You know what I mean?
No. And I'm kind of with you because you are bringing everyone together, and like it does kind of
A big
like
group that has not met everyone.
yes, a big group, chaos can ensue. If everyone kind of brings as much alcohol as possible, like you're kind of saving money by instead of having to pay for like bars and all that other stuff on top of it.
Like
And
I would rather us pour money into the cabin and the drinks and the games and like,
yes, I'm with you. No, I think it's a better idea because I think it's a better idea because it's way more cost effective instead of
what I
like
think.
not knowing what you're gonna get with like how much you're gonna spend in a city. So I like that.
This place got 16 fucking beds. Holy shit.
I do love that you're planning this so far in advance. In fairness, you need to. Just saying, but I do love that you're doing this.
This is a home in Pittsburgh that has 16 plus guests. What the
How
fuck?
is that? How is that possible?
This just seems like a home I would rent.
Yeah, it has four. It has 4 bathrooms.
Holy shit, it's a fucking school, yeah.
Wow.
That's
okay.
cool. Not for this trip. Not even
Agreed.
close.
Agreed. And it's a South Side home too. Jesus
Now,
Christ.
let's be a little respectful for the fact that Tennessee's going to have a little more land.
Yes, fair.
Oh, Jesus, 10,000 a night. Oh, Jesus Christ. Holy shit, dude. That's too much. There's too much happening. We'd break that. We'd break that. Holy shit. This is awesome. I have to have the fucking wedding here.
You could, in theory.
Holy shit.
You know, if you wanted, you could theoretically do two separate bachelor parties, one in PA and one
No,
in
I
Tennessee
couldn't
if
do
you
that. We
wanted.
got
Just
one.
saying.
Here we go. Oh, I hate. You know what killed it? The font. I didn't like the font. We're not doing that. I just
I
need
like
a plot of land.
Yeah.
There we go. The Martin House
Oh God, that's land.
area.
Holy shit.
That's what I'm saying, dude.
That's a fucking mansion.
Like, obviously, I would like to do it in Pittsburgh for just being in Pittsburgh, but at the same time, we're just gonna be at the place. And so if there's, oh my God, Jesus Christ. Between this and this,
Wow. Yeah.
dude, I can't stress enough how like this feels like the perfect idea. Like renting
It does.
something.
It does. No, I'm very much with you. Oh, this is like a wedding thing too that they could set it up.
They could. They wouldn't need to worry about it for me.
No.
Jesus, Gallatin's crazy. 38 beds. Excuse me. Oh, it's 2 homes. Okay. Where the fuck is this? Oh, Jesus. Yeah, it's just 2 homes in a next to Geodis Park.
I mean, not terrible.
No, but it's not. I want somebody
It's
to be able
not
to.
the aesthetic you're going for, you know.
Yeah,
I
this
get
is
it.
beautiful.
I get it.
I don't want somebody to be. I want someone to be able to pass out outside. That's kind of what I'm looking for. Like this. This
I
looks a
can't
bit
even
closer.
imagine, like, based on the people that you would invite, who would be the first one to pass out.
Bro, but like having the fire pit over here,
Yeah.
whatever the fuck that is.
That's really weird having, like,
This
the
is-
pool
oh.
so far away. Oh, a lake? God, someone's going to drown.
Like this is what I'm talking about. This is much.
Yeah.
Where like look at all this water over here.
That's crazy.
Yeah, this is beer Olympics.
Okay.
One grand last amazing dude only beer. Look, oh my god, this room screams it.
Yeah.
Just dudes bunked the fuck up at 30 plus years old. Hell yeah! Fuck yeah! Bro, pickleball
man.
and dirt bikes.
That's incredible.
That rips.
Wow.
All right. That's it. Thank you guys for tuning in. Just had to look at a few of them to get it going.
The wheels are turning already. Jesus Christ.
All right. We'll see you guys in 2 weeks. 2 weeks.
2 weeks. Love
All right.
it.
Good night.
Good night.